Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning. Yes, again, the beautiful reminder of choice that you have, that I have, that we all have. And what is that choice about? It's about meanings. It's about what we're going to make things mean no matter what they are. Remember, everything is fundamentally meaningless. Everything just is. Nothing is good or bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. Now, why is this so important? Well, because whatever that meaning is, it leads to a vibratory state. And that vibratory state is the attractive force in your life. And the sooner you gain control over that, the sooner you gain control over your life. Now, think about that. What we're sharing with you here can help you for any area of your life, no matter what time it is in your life, or how about this, no matter what season it is in your life. It's about shifting that vibratory state. And again, that happens from changing how you think. Remember, you don't become what you think about most of the time. You become how you're thinking most of the time. And how you're thinking is where it's at. And the best part is you can change it to be whatever you want. If your mind is open, if you are willing to reevaluate, to constantly question what you believe to be true, which is something that you should constantly do. You should always be questioning what you believe to be true. And if you're willing to do that and you use what we're talking about, you can deliver incredible change in your life. But see, this is where application comes into play, that golden rule of application. See, what I'm sharing with you here, what Dolly shares with you, what we share with you here at Elevitality, is not going to do jack shit for you unless you apply it. And that's the way it is for any information. And here we're talking about information that deals with you understanding, number one, who you are, and number two, how your marvelous, miraculous, incredible, powerful mind works, which works according to law. And when you use it, you see the change. See, that's what I had to do for me in my life. That's what Dolly had to do for her in her life. This is what we had to do together, which led to the birth of Elevitality and what it is that we're sharing with you here at the depth we're sharing it with you. So our invitation to you is to use it and to apply what we're talking about. Now, I'm going to read something from Neville before we go into this beautiful gem here, which is as a man thinketh it now from the heart. And it ties into imagination. Remember, imagination is the only weapon you have. It's the only tool you have to combat what's happening in your life. It's through the use of your imagination that you can see something different than what's happening. Now, with that, when it comes to your imagination, you're either a slave to your imaginings or a master of your imagination. Now, Neville talks about this in The Power of Awareness. He says, your imagination is the instrument, the means whereby your redemption from slavery, sickness, and poverty is affected. Your imagination. And we don't teach this in schools. It should be taught in schools. If you refuse to assume the responsibility of the incarnation of a new and higher concept of yourself, then you reject the means, the only means whereby your redemption, that is the attainment of your ideal, can be affected. Now sit in that for a moment. Your imagination, what you see inside, that's what leads to the outside. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Now think about that for you with whatever you're going through in your life, no matter what season it is. If you don't like it, you can change it. And how can you change it? By imagining something much different for you in your life, no matter what it is. And then from there, by being loyal to that unseen reality. That's how you deliver change. That's how everything in the world that you're in right now was made. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. All things were made by imagination, and without imagination was not anything made that was made. Now think about the impact of that on how much you earn, what you do for work, your lifestyle, your relationships, all of it. It all starts there. And once you gain control over that, when you have a beautiful, powerful imagination and a strong will, wham, watch what happens. Watch what happens. You'll start to see outer reality taking shape upon that model. And that's what we invite you to connect with. This is why we go over these books the way that we go over these books, with the depth that we go over it with, because we want you to see that power in you. Now, let's go over this, because this is what we've been studying, As Man Thinketh Out from the Heart, from 1903 and 1904. This is a wonderful, beautiful book that should be in your library, written by James Allen. Our invitation to you is, yes, to get it. Yes, to memorize it. Yes, to study it, to underline it, highlight it. But most importantly, beyond that, apply it in your life. You must use it in order for it to affect you and to deliver that change. All right, so you ready? Type in the comments, I'm ready, if you're ready to go into where it is that we left off. Now, in terms of the page that we're on page 64. So let me go ahead and switch this over. Remember, this has everything to do with you delivering the change you seek in your life. And here we're talking about the virtuous man. Remember, he was talking about how there are certain vices you've got to get rid of, and then there are certain new habits you got to put into play. Now here he talks about a virtuous man, a virtuous woman. The virtuous man will be of grave and reverent speech. He will think and speak of the absence as he thinks and speaks of the dead, tenderly and sacredly. He will put away thoughtlessness and watch that he does not sacrifice his dignity to gratify a passing impulse to lightness and frivolity. So in other words, he's talking about the virtuous man doesn't talk shit about people behind their back, doesn't talk shit about people after they die, only looks for the good, connects with the good, and acts good. His mirth will be pure and innocence, and his voice will become subdued and musical. And his soul will be filled with grace and sweetness as he succeeds in conducting himself as becomes a man of truth. Now, think about what he's saying here. He's talking about connecting with the essence of who you are, which is a magnificent creative being. Remember, that's the essence of you. You're not your race, your name, your skin color, mother or father of, positive person, this kind of person, successful person. Those are all concepts that are created from the essence of who you are. And the point being is that that essence, again, is for expansion, for expression, for growth, for creation, which is always in the good. Now here, before we proceed, for those of you who are watching this live stream and would love to tap into the rest of these calls, watch the rest of the lives and also the replays, to access them, to use them, then do yourself a favor and stop thinking about it and just make the decision right here, right now, and go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. Or even go a step further and reach out to us to have a conversation. You'll thank yourself later. All right, so now let's proceed. Let's go even further with this